the last 48 hours, and we spoke about it first around the world, Jake versus Gervonta. It's been a lot of mixed feedback online. A lot of people trashing it. You spoke about it yesterday on FightHype and all their other channels. It's a bit of a joke. What are your thoughts about when the people come out? Have the people spoken about this sort of exhibition?
I think that you just on this stuff, you just got to kind of be honest, and you got to say you can't blame Gervonta Davis for doing it. I mean, you know, I love the romance of legacy, right? The famous saying, you can't eat legacy, right? This kid probably spends quite a bit of money, probably got a few tax bills coming up, and it's like he needs to make money. So when you sit down, and this is the same with the AJ against Jake Paul, like you might as well just be honest with it. But with Gervonta Davis, you sit down in a meeting, whoever you're dealing with, and you say, look, there is 5 million, 7 million, 8 million, whatever it is, to fight Lamont Roach, right? It's a 50-50 fight with Lamont Roach right now. If you lose to Lamont Roach, you are totally fucked, really. And he'd probably never fight again, because I just couldn't imagine him trying to rebuild, right? Or you can get 25, 30 million for what, I don't know what the deal is, to have an 8-round exhibition with 14-ounce gloves on against Jake Paul. Now, what it does is it completely removes the legacy factor for Gervonta Davis, where the fight fan, which is us, goes, that's a shame, I would have liked to see him fight Tank or chase greatness. He's not interested in chasing greatness. Not everyone is like that. What he's interested in is money. And I don't think any of us should judge in that respect. Like, the bottom line is if until you're put in that position, what would you do? Would you really turn down 30 million just because someone said that I should be chasing legacy? Now, if you've got the money and you really believe that and you feel that strongly about the legacy, I mean, what a beautiful decision to turn down a fight like that and chase legacy. But everyone's entitled to their own decision, and everyone's entitled to do business their way. So not everyone's the same. But I do think there's, you know, a lot of the people that criticise, given the option to make the decision, would find it very difficult to turn down that opportunity. That's the reality. But we can't, you know, if being a true great is important to you, then you probably wouldn't take the fight, and you would rematch Roach, you would fight Shakur, you would step up, you would fight Teofimo, you would do all this kind of stuff. But only certain amount of people love boxing in that way. Shakur's one of them. You know, I think given the opportunity, I don't think Shakur would really want to do it, if I'm honest. He might do it for 30 million or whatever, but he wants to go down as a great. Gervonta Davis will never go down as an all-time great. He doesn't have the consistency or the staying power to perform at that level consistently. I don't think he likes boxing anymore. He gets himself in trouble. He wants money. Like, it's just, you've got to have a certain type of temperament where you can retire with 30 belts on the wall and you say, I'll go down as an all-time great.
Floyd Mayweather, some of them,
there you go. Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah. So, you know, and Floyd loves money more than anything. But Floyd also cared about legacy.
Big time.
And that's why you have to respect him, because of the consistency that he showed over the years.
Facts.
Of living the life, right? And fighting at the highest level for so long. Special kind of people can do that. So at the end of the day, do we blame Tank? Not really. But I think he's just showing us where he's at. And I don't, you know, again, people can sit behind an Instagram or a keyboard and criticise people's decisions. But let's just be honest about it. Like, you know, given the opportunity, what would you really do? You know, and I don't know Gervonta's financial situation, and I'd like to think he's got money. I mean, he's made a lot of money, but if he spent it and if he's made some bad decisions, he might be looking at it and going, you know what, I run this little exhibition, I'm good for life. My kids are good for life. This really sets me up to live a perfect life forever. So I'm going to do it. And by the way, maybe after that I'll come back and fight Lamont Roach. I don't think so.
I don't think
because I don't think he's going to have the appetite to fight. See, Lamont Roach, he'll be a hungry fucker. Lamont Roach will just be thinking, I want to beat Gervonta, become a 2-time world champion, 2-division world champion. That's important to me. I don't know Lamont Roach, but I get the feeling he's from that same school. Shakur and like these guys, they care about belts, they care about legacy.
Devin's the same as well.
Yeah, he is. But he's changed. Devin's changed. Because Devin's fallen out of love with the sport of boxing because of what happened with Ryan Garcia and other bullshit as well, you see? So Devin, when he started, all he wanted to do was chase greatness. I don't think he's like that anymore.
Do you blame him though?
No, I mean, I think it was a rough ride what happened to him in the Ryan Garcia fight, but it wasn't just what happened to him, it was people's responses. Like, he became the villain in a fight where he got bashed up by a guy that had performance enhancing drugs in his system. And that should never have been that way. And I think it made Devin fall out of love with the sport of boxing. And I think now a big part of Devin's just fighting for money. And that's when it becomes dangerous, because you're not the same fighter.
Is Brian Norman about money?
No, not yet. And that's why that fight is very dangerous. And there's a very good chance Devin Haney could lose that fight.
Do you like that fight?
Not for Devin. But you see now, Nunan, what's happened is Bill and Devin, they're not looking strategically. They're looking for the bag. That's it. Right? So they're like, where can we make our 5, 6, 7 million? What fight? That's why they said, we'll fight Boots at 147. We're like, well, we're going up, but we'll fight you at 150. Oh, all right, we'll fight Teofimo. We'll fight Brian Norman. Well, because they just wanted the money.
This was happening in New York when we were there, remember?
Yeah, but they just want the money. So they don't care now. Like, back in the day, Bill was a lot more selective and tactical about who to fight. Now he just wants the money, which shows me, by the way, there's still a good fight. I mean, also, it's not just the money. If he beats Brian Norman, he becomes a 3-division world champion, which is a great achievement. But there's definitely, in my opinion now, the Haneys are looking at the situation and looking at money, rather than legacy. They still care, but not in the same way.
You've managed and promoted some fighters that have made some massive money. You know what I mean? Like Anthony Joshua's made massive money. When we go back to Floyd, right, from 213 to 217, he made 765 million in 4 years. But from 13 to 17, he stayed completely focused on the task, the training, the diet. I know it all looked flashy and that. I'm going to get back to Gervonta. When you talk about Gervonta fighting Jake, is it because he's forced to now because of his financial situation? Well, we're hearing he's not great.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
He has to do it, Ed.
Yeah, maybe, but he can listen. If he fights Lamont Roach and makes 6, 7, 8 million, then all of a sudden, you know, that's a lot of money to help out. But this is one where he goes, "Oh, I'll take this one. I'm good," you know. So we'll see.